Do not put your logo on an image. It makes it look like an ad. I know you want to brand yourself. You certainly do, and we all want to brand ourselves. Do brand type of ads at the top of the funnel. But when we're talking about sales campaigns and you want to sell something, don't put your logo on your image. The best tool out there for researching any kind of ad on the internet, whether it be an ad in Facebook, whether it be an ad in Instagram, TikTok, or on Pinterest, is a tool called, Facebook will suggest you do, Carousel Ads, especially if you are selling multiple products or services. Facebook will make a suggestion, hey, why don't you showcase them all in a carousel ad? The issue with these ads and why they tend to not work is... Hi, I'm Kerry Fitzgibbon, an ADHD fempreneur, multiple seven-figure business owner, and Facebook marketing ninja. Together, let's unleash AI-powered Facebook marketing to take your business from best-kept secret to the top of your niche and beyond. Welcome to this week's episode. Today, I'm going to be tackling some of the campaigns that Facebook tells you to do, or some experts might tell you to do, that do not work. Now, full disclosure on that though, so these are the ones that do not convert like crazy, okay? Full disclosure on that. Always split test anyway. Just because I'm sitting here after 14 years experience of running ads in Facebook over the years, working with hundreds of thousands of clients and getting amazing results and being one of Facebook preferred partners, eat, sleep, breathing Facebook ads, and not just doing them for people, but actually walking the walk myself with multiple seven-figure businesses. Just because I'm going to give you this as a bit of advice doesn't mean that you can't split test this stuff. And if it is working for you, I would love to hear if these type of campaigns work for you that I'm about to share with you. Typically don't. If they do, I'd love to hear from you. And if you are running these campaigns and you're sitting there going, no wonder they haven't been working well, but Facebook made a suggestion that I should actually run this campaign, well, you're going to save yourself some time and money. So hopefully this will help. So I just want to dive into, I'm going to dive into e-commerce industry first and foremost, because the e-commerce industry is actually one of the easiest ones to advertise on Facebook, or seems to be one of the easiest ones to advertise on Facebook. However, if you are an e-commerce brand and you're a small brand, or you're just starting out, you will know that you've got very little margins when it comes to your product that you are selling and ads. So if ad costs blow out, that's all your profit. And in fact, sometimes it can cost you money to make a sale. So let's start with e-commerce, because it can be really, really tricky to get this right, and it can make or break you. If you are just literally starting out, you had this big dream of, supplying all these products to a certain audience. You might have imported some stuff. You might have a garage full of stuff, or whatever else, or you might be starting out fresh. I'm going to share with you some campaigns that just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it for now. There's better campaigns. In fact, go back to my previous episode where I talked about Facebook ads that are converting like crazy right now, and do those, not these. All right, so I'm hoping this is going to help, some of you that might be knocking your head against the wall going, why can't I get this to work? It's because it doesn't, okay? It might not be your fault. So in the e-commerce space, the couple of campaigns that Facebook will suggest you do, one of them are carousel ads, especially if you are selling multiple products or services. Facebook will make a suggestion, hey, why don't you showcase them all in a carousel ad? So a carousel ad is where you have multiple products in an ad. So, and people scroll through like a carousel, and you can have a different product to the product page in each part, right? The issue with these ads and why they tend to not work is they look like an ad, right? People don't want to see ads on Facebook unless they're funny and cool and whatever else, okay? We'll talk about that a bit later. But they don't want to see ads on Facebook. It's interrupting their scrolling newsfeed time. So a carousel ad looks like an ad. It's literally an ad. It's got half a picture of one product, and then it's got the other product, and then it's got another product, and so on, and people can scroll through. They're not going to do it, and they don't convert as well. So I would suggest that this would be an ad that you probably bypass. The only way they do kind of work is when it's in a catalog ad. So a catalog ad, and I spoke about it in the previous episode, is an ad that's based on your shop feed from your shop and the interactions people have with your website. So someone comes to your website, they might be scrolling through, they look at the blue dress, they look at the yellow dress, they look at the orange pair of high heels. I probably wouldn't wear all of those at the same time, but why not? And then they don't buy anything, they come back to Facebook and they see the blue dress, the yellow dress and the orange high heels, and it's showcased in a carousel ad, right? That might work that way, but what would work better is if they saw a single image of the dress that they were looking at, or a single image of the shoes that they were looking at, and so on. And it just showcases that thing, right? That works better. So carousel ads don't work as well. If they are working for you, keep doing them, but split test with more single image type of ads. The second type of ad, which is a little bit like your carousel ad, is your collections ad. So a collections ad is where it's got the one image at the top and it's kind of, half the image realistically, because then it's got the carousel underneath it, or collections. So it's got 3 or 4 pictures underneath it. So it's the size of a single image ad, but you've got maybe 2, 3, 4 images inside it. On a mobile feed, it just looks too small. And you're confusing people and whatever else. It's not a good visual ad, and that's why it doesn't work well. Okay, so those are 2 ads in the e-commerce space I would probably back away from if you're starting out, especially, and you don't want your ad costs to be too expensive and so on. You might want to look at your videos and your single images. They're good. Go see the episode where I talk about more about that. But steer away from your carousel and your collection types of ads. So those are the different types of visual type of ads that don't work as well. The other thing that doesn't convert like crazy is actually just doing video ads. Just doing video ads and not backing up and having single image ads. That doesn't convert as well either. So you want to have a mixture between videos and single images, avoiding the carousels and the collections, unless they work for you. It's just what I've seen over the years. They don't work as well. The other thing that is they don't do them as much here in Australia, but I know that there are other places around the world, and especially in the US, they have these ads called instant experience ads. So an instant experience ad is an ad that actually someone clicks on it and it's like a full sales letter all inside Facebook. So it essentially that's exactly what it is. So someone it opens up into an instant experience. So you have a headline, you could have a video inside it, you could have an image inside it, and so on. But it's actually an ad. Again, they don't convert as well. If you're going to do that, just send them off to your website, to a sales page on your website. It works so much better than those instant experience ads. The other things that don't work are boring ads without hooks, boring ads that really don't address problems or solutions, and so on. And the thing is that I see them quite a lot when it comes to, I guess, even tradies, and good on you guys for doing your ads. Good on you for actually placing an ad out there, because a lot of tradies don't, and I know a lot of you are busy, but if you're doing a trade, don't just showcase that you've been, in the business 5 generations back and so on. You actually want to highlight a problem that people have and how you are the solution, and have fun with it as well, okay? So boring ads like, just bad hooks, not having hooks, not split testing and so on will not work. It is really important that you spend some time researching your target audience. What will not work for you is if you don't know who your target audience is, or you are trying to do one generic ad to multiple target audiences. The more you know exactly the demographics, the problems that your target audience has, how you're the solution, the more you know exactly who your avatar is. And then you produce an ad that speaks directly to that avatar, then that works a lot better. And time again, I will see people advertising and they have no idea who their avatar is. They are speaking generically to absolutely everyone and not actually highlighting anything or not having really, really great hooks and so on. That will not work for you. You will actually waste money. Most people will not research their avatars enough. In fact, most of your time when it comes to creating ads on Facebook is done in the research. It's not necessarily writing the copy. It's not coming up with the graphics. It's not even putting the ad together, like the mechanics of the ad together. In fact, putting the mechanics of the ad together, so that is setting it up inside Ads Manager, is the quickest part of running a campaign inside Facebook. Because if you've done the good stuff at the start, the research your target audience, as part of that helps you with the copy, right, and the hooks and whatnot. Then you can use AI to write the copy based on that sort of thing, right, based on the research that you've done. And then you can use AI to come up with the creative and the images and stuff like that. The actual piecing it together is the easy part. So, like I said, the things that will not work is not getting that competitive edge, not researching, not seeing what's out there. You have got so many tools nowadays where you can actually go in and you can actually research your competitor or research other brands, research your target audience and so on. In fact, I shouldn't actually even mention this in this particular episode because I'm telling you things that are not converting and that do not work. And I've got a whole episode where I tell you about ads that convert right crazy. But because I'm sharing with you some of the things that you're probably not doing that you should be doing, which is the research side of things, this little tool is, it's a best kept secret. I have mentioned it on a previous episode, but if you haven't listened to those, I'll let you know what it is right now. One of the best tools out there for researching any kind of ad on the internet, whether it be an ad in Facebook, whether it be an ad in Instagram, whether it be an ad in TikTok or on Pinterest, any kind of ad out there on some of those major social channels, and you can see all these ads and you can enter in industries, keywords, you can enter in brands as well. So industries, keywords, brands, niches, you name it. You can enter any of those in it and it will show you all the ads based on those brands, those industries and whatnot on all the channels at the same time. And you can reverse engineer as a tool called Foreplay. I'll put the link in the show notes for you. Go check it out. This little tool will help you be able to go do research on what your competitors are doing or what other brands in the industry or all the other ads out there, not just on Facebook, but that are showing on TikTok and other channels out there. What it will also do for you is it can actually break down the components of the ad and tell you what framework they have used in that particular ad that makes it so successful. It'll show you what landing page that they are sending people to, how long the ad's been running, what landing page is getting the best clicks, what type of creative is working the best, for instance, whether it's an image ad, a video ad, and so on, okay? So go check that little tool out. I'll put a link in the show notes. It's called Foreplay, and that will help you to be able to run better ads, not make those big mistakes that, Facebook might even make suggestions to make out there, and where you can actually get that competitive edge and start running some really good, successful ads. So the other thing that does not convert like crazy is a whole lot of text on an image. So text overlay on an image. Or, so that's where you've got an image and you've got all this text on it, or you've just got a big text box. And then remember, you've got the copy at the top of it or below, depending on whether you're in on Facebook or Instagram. That tends to not convert well at all. The other thing is, so a lot of text, too much text, or the text is too small. Text that's too small on your image. for instance. So you can have text overlay. Sometimes it can work really, really well on an image ad or even on a video ad. But if the text is small, now it might not look small on a computer screen, but most people are searching the internet or searching or scrolling through Facebook and Instagram on their mobile phones. So if you've got tiny text, they can't even see it anyway. It just looks like a lot of blur on the image. And so that does not work well at all. So do not have too much text or too small a text on your images. Now, speaking of images and having things on the images, this is something that will not convert, and most business owners actually do this, okay? Do not put your logo on an image or on a native image. It makes it look like an ad, okay? People will see your brand because it's your page that's showing the ad, okay? So they'll actually see your brand. You do not and should not have your logo on your ad and showcase it in any way, shape, or form, okay? That is something that will actually cause your ad not to convert as well. And I know you want to brand yourself. You certainly do. And we all want to brand ourselves. Do brand type of ads at a top of the funnel. But when we're talking about sales campaigns and you want to sell something, don't put your logo on your image, okay? Or necessarily in your video. You could probably wear it on your hat or whatever else, but it doesn't necessarily need to be especially on your image. So that will, big mistake business owners make, and it will mean that your ad will not convert as well. So here's another thing that doesn't work in the Facebook land, and a lot of business owners do it when it comes to wanting to scale their ads, okay? Big mistake, this one, is putting too much budget on your ad too fast. What I mean by that is you might be running an ad and you're running the ad at $20 a day. Let's just say, small business owners, that might be realistically $20 a day. It's working really, really well. You're making sales. And you go, yippee, I'm going to scale real fast. I'm going to put that thing up to $100 a day. It will cause your ad to go crazy. It'll cause it to tank. It'll cause the price to blow out. And it takes a little while for Facebook to catch up for you to be able to start seeing good results again. So this actually hasn't changed, and we have split tested this. In fact, I was just speaking to a client yesterday whose campaign was working really, really well, and he was spending $300 a day, I think it was. He put it up to $600 a day, and he said it tanked, really tanked, and the cost per rego or cost per lead was blew way out. You went from like a $5 to $10 to over $80, right? You can't do that. You've got to scale slowly. So if you've got a really good performing ad, what you do instead or performing campaign, you can either duplicate the campaign and put the spend that you want to put it on the second campaign, but for a while they'll be competing against each other. Or you gradually increase, and you increase around about 12% every 3 days. So if you're spending $20, then you might put it up to, $25, $26. I don't know what the 12% is. My maths is not the best. And then you run that for 3 days, and then you gradually increase. That's one way. Or the second way is you take a really good, which demographic is converting the best. So let's just say you might look at your campaign and go, wow, it's 35 to 45-year-old males that are converting the best in this campaign, right? So take that target segment out and put it into another campaign and drive a campaign to those people with a very specific creative to them as well. So that's what we do instead. So if you are running campaigns and they are performing really, really well, and you decide you want to put up the budget really, really fast, think again. It will actually cause some mayhem. It won't work effectively for you. There is much better ways to scale your campaigns. So I hope some of those things that you may have tried or may be doing and you're wondering why they don't work, I hope I've cleared that up, why they are possibly not working. It's just because they are not designed to right now. They haven't worked for a while. There's reasons why, and generally it goes back to the user experience. The user experience when they're on Facebook and Instagram has to be natural. It has to be like they have to be, interested in what they're seeing, or think it's from a friend or family, or make it look natural and so on. And if the user experience doesn't look like that, then your ad's going to tank. So if this has helped you and you found this useful in that, hey, make sure that you give me a 5-star rating so I can continue coming up with this great content to help small business owners just like you to succeed when it comes to the metaverse. And make sure that you do subscribe to your favourite podcast channel, to my channel. Subscribe to my podcast on your favourite podcast app, and follow me on my socials, and let me know if there's any particular topic that you want me to cover in some of my next episodes. I'll see you on the next. Thank you for joining me. If this episode helped you get your business one step closer to the top of your niche, then I'd love your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe on your favourite platform too. Don't let your journey end here. Connect with me and my community of like-minded female entrepreneurs at Kerry Fitzgibbon on social platforms. I look forward to helping you build your business.